From the last few weeks and maybe few more weeks, many people across geographies are confined at home due to lockdown situation. Many of us are going through a difficult time in terms of seeing and reading depressing news about COVID-19, economic condition and so on. The news and the situation often bring our moral down and we start feeling negative. Remember, negative feeling most of the time drag us to backward. Many of times we complain about certain situations, but let's think, does complaining help us anyways? If we look into ourselves, then we shall find that complaining does not help us anyways. But still we complain because we see any situation from only one perspective and try to judge the situation too early. Let's take a pause, take a deep breath and think about the situation and then think how should we react. Trust me, our reaction pattern will change. Let's think about the present scenario from a different perspective. Since we all are at home, unable or not allowed to go out, first let's understand that this is for our good only. Now, let's look inside ourselves and see what is the actual problem. Why do we feel depressed or demotivated? Let us ask few questions to ourselves. 1. Is this because we are unable to go out and forced to stay home? If so, then let's understand that 1. This is for our good and safety. As everyone is telling, that this is the only way to defeat the virus. Do we not want to be alive and spend many more years with our family? For sure we want. Then that should be the greatest motivation for us to stay home. Earlier, we and our family members often feel that we don't get enough time to spend quality time with our family. Now, we have the opportunity. Let's utilize it. Point number 2. Staying home opens up new opportunities. We often get more time to ourselves. That we should see how best we can utilize the spare time more productively. We will see that in a bit. Second question to ourselves. Are we feeling bad because we keep on hearing news of new infection, death due to COVID-19? Solution 1. First, let me be little philosophical. Can we, as individuals, do anything about it? Assuming we are not doctors or any of those professions which who fights with the virus directly, right? If not, then we really can't do anything about it. All we can do is stay home. Don't go out unless it is absolutely required. And if we need to go out, then take the required precaution and follow the steps suggested by the doctor and World Health Organization. Second, if possible, switch off the TV. Don't run the TV, especially the news channels. Watch something else which is of your interest. Might be movie, talk show, series or anything. But not the news. Watching news once in a day is good enough to know what is happening around us. If we keep on running TV throughout the day, it increases our mental pressure. Third, avoid reading or seeing negative message in social media. Now social media is full of negative message. Some of them are rumors, some of them are real, whatsoever it might be. Would you be seeing lot of rumor and news on various social media and WhatsApp during these days. Ask yourself, do we really need to know all these things? May not be. Can we change anything here? Again, same question. Answer is also more or less same. May not be. If not, then let's avoid. That will keep or help us to retain our mental peace. Finally, let's see what shall we do to use the spare time that we have now. Earlier, we used to commute to work and spend time on the road, which is now saved. Now, let's see what shall we do to more productive way to use that additional time we have got. Here, I am suggesting a few which came into my mind. However, I am sure you can find more in your area of interest. One suggestion, if you have more than one thing to do, please make a schedule with a deadline to completion to stay focused. So, the first thing we can do to utilize our time, learn something new. It can be either based on our profession or interest. It's always good to learn something new. This would help us in future either to excel in our profession or follow our dream or passion. Second, if possible, do something that will give you exposure in a positive way, of course, and exposure to the outside world. You may have, or I would say almost all of us, we have some or other talent. Do something which is in line with your talent. For example, you may make an audio or video recording of your thoughts or whatsoever it might be, showcasing your talent and post it on YouTube, make a podcast, whatsoever it might be. And do a little bit of publicity about it so that people know about you, right? Everybody loves to be loved and praised by others. So, follow whatever you are passionate about. And you might find, you never know, some new avenue, something different out of it. Third, very important, please don't ignore your health. Even though now we cannot go out for a walk, run or gym, but we can always do some stretching or freehand exercise to stay healthy. Very important. Number 4, since our physical activities are less during these days, try to control your diet if required. So, I hope these small tips will help you to stay motivated, bring down your frustration level, and be able to use your time more effectively. If that happens, then do share your feedback, your thought, and also share this video among your friend circle or close people whom you feel they should watch this. Right? Thank you for watching. Thank you.